Hi, my name is Jenny Kwan. I'm from San Francisco, and interestingly enough, my RP did not surface until around 2018. And initially, it was just blind spots on the bottom, very low light, and then I can see that it progressively starts to impact the peripheral. And so I was seeking treatment with my Western doctor, which was no help. All they say was doing a whole bunch of tests, and results are, yes, you have RP, and no, there's no cure, there's no help, there's nothing you can do. So my alternative is to not sit back and to seek other help. And luckily, my sister found Dr. Yu on the internet, and that's when I decided, oh good, maybe there is hope and maybe Dr. Yu can help. So that's how I ended up coming here to Vancouver from San Francisco, and I've been coming here since 2019. So initially, Dr. Yu's first treatment was actually quite astounding. It cleared up the lower vision almost after the second treatment. I was here for 2 weeks, and then after the 2-week treatment, I've noticed that all the light sensitivity has gone, and also everything looks much brighter. So that was a huge success for me, and at least it gave me really hope that you know, it can have some kind of preventative treatment that would kind of slow down the process of RP. And you know, even though there's no cure, but at least there's hope to slow it down and not have it you know, have me to go completely blind somewhere down the line. So as of now, I try to come here every 3 months, and I find that the treatments for at least 3 weeks works best for me. And again, always after the first treatment, the lower vision or blockage opens up, and gradually the peripheral also and other blind spots also clears up over the 3 weeks that I'm here. And when I go back home, it does maintain itself for I would say another month. And also the herbs that Dr. Yu prescribes helps a lot. I mean, I think it's critical that that the herbs are taken every day in addition to exercising. Dr. Yu, I think, said I have low blood pressure, so exercising really increased the blood pressure, increased the health actually. And I think it also activates the herbs. So without the herb, I have bad days, of course, but by maintaining the herbs and exercise, and also seeing Dr. Yu every 3 months has really helped slow down the RP process, for me at least. So yeah, I'm really grateful for Dr. Yu. Absolutely. I was very surprised by the first treatment. I was incredibly surprised and very appreciative that it actually works for me anyway, and it gave like almost an immediate improvement after just the first session. And so before the treatment, I've always believed in Chinese medicine. I have chronic aches and pains that you know, in the shoulder, neck, and back, lower back, and I've always turned to Chinese medicine like acupuncture and herbs to ease the pain. I think the herbs are more natural than taking like Advil and Tylenol, and you know, especially for chronic pains where it's a daily ongoing event, and all of this toxin in the body is absolutely negative effects, versus the Eastern medicine So I did come into this whole treatment with very high hopes, and Dr. Yu had very good, excellent review on the web. And I also talked to 𝒂𝒑𝒑𝒐 beforehand, and she really was giving really good credibility to what's going on. So, and also, you know, it's always good to try anything on my own versus you know, listening to reviews. Everybody's body is different, and everybody's reaction to herbs and medication are different. And fortunately, I think Dr. Yu put a great combination together, great plan, great variety of herbs that works for me. And the continuation of this treatment is just amazing. It's just like a lifesaver, I would say, because as things, the RP is not constant. It actually does get worse, and if you don't do anything about it or have any type of treatment, it will just go blind. And I can see that my progress from the beginning to now, which has been like 4 or 5 years, it has gotten worse. But at least every time I come for treatment, it really clears up a lot of issues, which helps a lot. Yeah. Well, I think Chinese medicine can treat RP and among other aches and pains and illnesses, not just RP. But I think the main importance is Dr. Yu having the knowledge to put together the right ingredients for not only for RP but for the patient that has RP, because there's times when we take different, or he gives us different herbs to test. Some might work better than others. I think that's what important is at the end of the acupuncture treatment daily. He does give us the herbs to test and to take. And from my experience, I think that's the most helpful part of the whole treatment is the herbs. And after the acupuncture treatment for 2 or 3 weeks, I'll go back and I'll have the right combination of herbs each time, and each time is different because RP, as it progresses, has a different form of blind spots here. Sometimes the blind spot goes away, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes the peripheral will open up, sometimes it doesn't. And so by coming here for the 2-3 weeks, Dr. Yu will be able to assess what kind of herbs help what part of the RP, what stages of the RP that I'm in. And also my body changes as well. So sometimes, I might have a lower blood pressure, or sometimes I might have allergies I do have food allergies. So there's a lot of factors that Dr. Yu assesses by person in order to come up with the right combination of herb. And once that the combination is achieved, then the results are very amazing. I mean, without it, I think, my blind spots would just get worse, and there's probably no going back. But with the herbs that I take daily, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, is very helpful. It maintains, and it also kind of keep the RP it slows it down, I believe. And then it tries to go a different direction, like it'll block the right side or block the left side. But that's why it needs to be ongoing treatment, and because it's something that the RP changes just quite drastically. Sometimes it slows down, sometimes I might have changes within a week or 2. So I think the Chinese herbs and the right combination of the herbs really helps this disease. So I think for RP patient, long-term treatment and continued treatment with Dr. Yu is extremely important, because the disease does not stop, and it also progress in a way, and it's also depends on the individual. It progressed in a way where it can sometimes get worse within a week or two, get worse within 3 to 4 months. But with the treatment with Dr. Yu, it really slows it down for sure with all the herbs and acupuncture. It definitely slows it down. And it definitely helped to clear up some of the issues that RP brings on, which are like blind spots, glares. Sometimes we get fogginess. Sometimes there's a blind spot on the right that's so stubborn it won't go away on its own with just the herbs. But by seeing Dr. Yu, for me anyway, for every 3 months, 3 to 4 months is it really helps reduce some of the issues, and also it doesn't go away. It definitely come back for me. So it helped reduce it. You get a break, you know, in your vision. It helps clear things up. It helps clears the glares and fogginess. Sometimes it goes away, and it just gives you a sense that you can gain part of your vision back, and as long as you maintain it, take the herbs, come and see Dr. Yu, do the acupuncture, it just gives you hope that this disease won't take over and render you really blind or you know, be dependent on somebody to help you get around. So I think for me it's very, very important to maintain this treatment, because there's no other treatments out there, honestly, that really assist and slow down the progress of RP, period. That's it. Dr. Yu is the best. That's it. Bottom line. I see. Okay, well, coming to Dr. Yu for me it's only a couple hours away from San Francisco, so it's not a big deal. It's great to come here ever so often because I get to meet other people with the same issue. RP is quite rare, and to hear different stories from different individual, different age group, how everybody progresses at different rate, and also how RP affects everybody differently. It's amazing. And then also to be able to see the results every day of other patients that are here, and some are just amazing. You got to see it to believe it. It's a great, I think, an environment. It gives us a chance to share stories, to meet people from all over the world, and to really, really learn more about this disease and how, you know, how we can help one another, and how you know, that there's really no other treatment anywhere in the world. That's why everybody comes here to Dr. Yu from all over, and to just the sense of knowing that you're not the only one that this disease affects, and it's just a great environment to be.